Good day mga bros, and welcome back to Experiment 101, where we do different experiments to explain the different scientific laws. And for this video on Experiment 101, we'll be focusing on Newton's third law of motion, law of action and reaction. So for this video, I'll be needing my main field team to do the experiment. And they are John Rex Imbilio, Rainier Santos, John Michael Tomesa, and Marley Silverio. They are the team that made this experiment possible. So, to better show how Newton's law of action and reaction works, we'll be doing a baking soda and vinegar rocket experiment. And to also show how rocket propulsion works and how the law of action and reaction is applied to it. So, before all that, let's show a visual montage of how Experiment 101's field team created our mini rocket. Bros, now that you saw how our rocket was made, we'll be having a short break before we move on to our main experiment to prep our rocket for takeoff. And we will be right back.
Being torn apart. I don't know if I'm strong enough to save it.
Do I have what it takes to protect the people I love? You never gave up.
Never back down.
Neither will I. This is my power.
My responsibility. I am Spider-Man.
Experiment for today is sponsored by PlayStation. Alright mga bros, welcome back, and now that we finished prepping our rocket, it's time for launching! Alright bros, now that we've seen how our rocket launched, let's take a deeper look and analyze why it launched and how Newton's third law of action and reaction was applied. So, let's start off and begin with a brief explanation on what is Newton's law of action and reaction. So to begin, in Newton's third law, It states that there is an equal and opposite reaction to every action in nature. When object A pulls on item B, object B pulls back on object A with an equal and opposing force. And that could be applied in our rocket because the force and pressure created by our gas, which is our baking soda and vinegar reaction, released enough force downward to create an equivalent and opposing force that launched our rocket upward. And that's how Newton's third law of action and reaction is applied when it comes to rocket propulsion. Diba? Ang galing nung nagagawa ng physics, pare. Now it's time for you to try it. Take note also that in this video, this was done by professionals, so make sure to wear the right equipment when doing experiments. And that's all for today's video, and I'll see you in the next experiment.